Now I've been watching Super Eagles games since 2001. That's 25 years now. Watching Super Eagles games, watching their training sessions, and watching their games. And when I first started, it was quite easy. We as journalists, we gather, get into the bus, drive to their training venue, watch the training session, talk to players, talk to coaches, and we get our stories. Simple as that. And we are on air the next day or that evening to talk about what we see or publish in our papers. Simple. My name is China Ikwereman Acheru. I'm Nigeria's number one storyteller, but I'm not telling stories today. I'm going to let someone else tell the story. In recent times, we've had what you call content creators, and there's been this blazing argument on social media. Who are these content creators? Are they there for good? Are they there for bad? Are they distracting the players? Why are they really there? And you see comments on social media where people think that even the journalists don't even ask the right questions. And generally, people think that these content creators are a distraction to the team. Now, I remember I've been in New York to watch Super Eagles game for the past 2 3 years. I don't miss a game in New York. And I remember one game last year I watched, and I no see space for training session. They were all over the place like little mice chasing cheese. I'm like, who are these people? But then again, I know times will always change. We can't keep doing things the way we used to do it 25, 30 years ago. There are different systems in place. There's now social media, there are online streaming sites. The whole narrative has changed. So I asked my friend Matthew Edafe, who has been there, he has seen it all, he has done it all, to help us. Who are these content creators? Do we need them in the national team setup? Are they really a distraction? Matthew Edafe, take it away.
The fact, the dichotomy between content creators and journalists in terms of the sports realm is so blurred now that the two are the same. So there are also bad content creators just as well as bad journalists. But let's go back to the beginning. This really started with COVID, and it's not just only in the sports space that it is in. That's how we have the skit makers and the rest, because stand-up comedy was not holding. People were not allowed to gather, in a co-hotel, Muson Center, or all the event centers that normally people use. So the Sabinos, the Markangels, the Brother Shaggy, and the rest showed up, and they were a breath of fresh air. So let's come to the sports side. Currently now, people say I'm a content creator, but I spent 13 years plus of my life as a sports journalist, a sports broadcast journalist. And one of the things I like to tell people is that if you ask me to choose side, I would rather be a content creator than being a sports journalist. But the training I got from being a sports journalist have also helped me in how I conduct myself, because we cannot just only see all the bad without seeing the good in it. But then, now let's try to separate the lines. What people do is they take those content creators who go to Super Eagles camp, go make a fool of themselves, the ladies who are sleeping with players, and we must call it out, we must say it the way it is, and then the ones who go there to beg money, and then make it a general statement of everybody. I've been in Morocco personally since 19th of December. I've not been to I don't know where the Super Eagles hotel was in Fez. The insurance is still their hotel. And when they came to Marrakesh, I personally decided that me and my crew would stay in Casablanca. Marrakesh would have made it easy for us to go to training and come back, but I want to train people. So the point here is their personal decision. There is no one that is bad. The reason for this beyond COVID is the fact that look at all the media houses in Nigeria. Let's deal with the original sports media houses, the Brilla FMs and the Nigeria Info that is 50%, and the rest. How many of them can afford to send their staff here? I've seen media houses that their staff in WAFCON were saying that they came with their own money and their station are asking them to report. Even in this AFCON, the same thing. Many people came with their own money, the journalist side. But you see the sports content creators. Let's start with the fans tribe. You call them content creators. They came here with a crew of 10, if not more. No media house in Nigeria can try it because the professional journalists are built on the platform of greed, stinginess, and slave driving. Myself, I brought in, well, eight. I brought in people from abroad, brought it a crew of eight from Nigeria. The thing now is, who would you follow their content? Because with my 8-member team, I have more access to different cams and different content and all that. So the times that we're living in, this is the internet time. People are on their phone. They're not waiting for your news on the hour time on radio or your news on the hour time on TV. They want it now, hot, fresh, and smoky. You go to press conference, you want it just live. You go to the mix zone, you want it live. You are inside the stadium, you want clips, short clips that are coming, fans' reaction after the match. The normal broadcast houses do not have that capacity. Again, people want to see, people don't just want to hear. A majority of the sports, the journalists that are here, are for radio. So imagine you get information, you hold it, you process it, you send it in, and then they queue it up for radio. Meanwhile, that thing that you try to call exclusive, maybe it's from the mix zone or from the press conference, is already all over the internet. So I think the content creators balance out the sport journalism work, and it makes it easy for the fans, for the audience to get information on the go, because that's what everybody wants. Having said that, though, I think instead of criticizing the content creator a lot as we do in Nigeria, I think we should tell the journalists, the professional journalists, to lead by example. Lead the way. There is still room for you to lead the way. Lead the way. Send your reporters to competition. Innovate, evolve from what used to be. Have a channel as well that provide on the spot instant eyewitness news update for your platform. The media houses, the professional media houses, would always be the ones who have the bigger audience if they try to activate it. But unfortunately, content creators are not the most serious one. I mean, nobody's going to talk about content creators in sports space without mentioning Fast Tribe. I don't even want to mention my own Elevated TV platform. But then there are a lot of people now who people listen to. I mean, just the red card alone will tell you the truth. When I was on radio, for instance, my 30 minutes show sponsorship is 12.5 million. Today, that same show, 30 minutes per quarter, is now 3.5 million. But somebody like me, if you want to put a month ad on my channel, we're talking between $5,000 to $10,000. So you see the difference. Where is the money going to? Go online and check. 10 years ago, the digital advertising budget compared to today, you will notice that linear TV and terrestrial TV or radio had bigger budget 10, 15 years ago. Now, the digital budget is higher than the one for linear and terrestrial. So that alone tells the story. Anything else is just side gossip, beefing, and whatever it is. But I think that the two can coexist successfully. I'm just saying that the so-called professional journalism should be a lot more innovative and be open to trend. That's what I have to say on this matter.
Coming is editor, right? And I always believe that there is room for everyone. There is room for everyone. When I started practicing journalism in 2001, I knew how we gathered information. I knew how we transmitted information. Everything has changed. Now, you see, this new breed of people who are there, they are here to stay. And let me shock you. In 20, 30 years, another breed of people will come that will be seen as distractions to the current breed. So no one is a distraction. Let's just manage our time. Let's get our information. Let's put it out there, because it's a hungry audience out there that wants to know what's happening to the team. Whether they're reading mainstream newspapers, whether they're going to tune on the radio, whether they're going online, it's about information. Let's ask the right questions. Let's give the right information. We can all work together as one happy family. My name is China Acheru. I just come here to tell you the truth.